As Georgia's fall camp is winding down, they are starting prep for their Week 1 matchup against Clemson. And I want to take a few minutes today and talk about JT Daniels and why I really think he can break out in 2021. Not just because of the strong ending he had the last 4 games of the season last year, but because of his surrounding cast around him. And anyone that's watched this channel before has heard us talk about JT Daniels. Yeah, they've seen the film breakdowns that we've done on Daniels. And so if you have missed that, I'll link that in the description below. And that's kind of our deep dive on JT Daniels as a quarterback and what he brings to the table and what to expect from him going off his film. Today's going to be a little different. I want to look at a few other reasons why I think he can break out, and that's his supporting cast, the surrounding cast he has around him. I want to dive into some film of some of those guys who I think can really help Daniels stand out this year and kind of go over why it's going to make Daniels' job easier. And yes, I know they're dealing with some injuries and they're dealing with some off-the-field stuff, but there's still plenty of weapons that Daniels can use in the passing game. But before we do that, I just want to encourage y'all to consider subscribing to our channel if you like any any quarterback-related content. As long as it's related to the quarterback position, it's fair game here in the channel. So let's go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes of this video, essentially, talking about why I think Daniels can break out. So there's 3 guys, essentially, or one position group and a few receivers that I really think can help Daniels take the next step with the full season. And we're going to watch several of these plays, and you're going to I want you to notice and pay attention how these receivers especially make the throws a lot easier on the quarterback, whether it's separation, whether it's catching the ball out of the backfield and making guys miss. But having guys like that can really help a quarterback develop, especially a quarterback like Daniels who can only push the ball downfield, and making it easier on him to do that is only going to put Georgia's offense in a position to succeed. So let's go ahead and dive into the actual film. We're going to hit one position group first, and then we're going to hit a few receivers in the back end. The one position group I'm going to leave off right now is the tight ends. I think they're going to be a big factor. We can't get to everyone in the video, but with the injuries they're dealing with right now, I just didn't touch on them in this video. Enough of me talking. Let's dive into the actual guys I think that are really going to help JT Daniels this year in 2021. So Georgia's running backs combined for 34 receptions last year in 2020. I think we'll see that number tick up a decent amount this year. I mean, Georgia's running backs are so talented not to be more involved in the pass game, even though they're so good running the ball and will open up so many lanes thrown. I think they'll be involved as well. So here's James Cook at the top of the screen, just beating his guy for a touchdown here. Every Georgia fan remembers this play. Big time play there, but I think they create so many mismatches and they create some problems for defenders. You can really put JT Daniels in a position to make some easy completions. And this was a tougher completion throwing deep here. Let's go back to where we can actually see. This is a tougher completion throwing deep, but I think there's a lot of mismatches and creative plays you can use to make easy throws for JT Daniels to the running backs and get them out in the open in space. I know this was a deep ball here, but I expect that number of 34 catches for Georgia running backs to really go up. And again, we're just talking about how they can contribute from the pass game. Of course, from the run game as well. The Georgia running backs will really help JT Daniels and potentially break out this year. But again, I do think took a hit. Good ball there, Bennett. But I do think that the Georgia running backs have a chance to really help out in the passing game as well. So here we have Kearis Jackson right here beating man coverage, and he's off man. So he's about 6 yards off line of scrimmage. Able to make a great catch here. Good adjustment to the ball. Pretty good thrown ball, though, but way to adjust, make a good catch, and just beat the DB who's an off man. Let's go back a little bit more. Again, 6 yards off line of scrimmage and still is able to beat him on a seam route here. Sorry about that. Boom, able to get open. And again, when you compare that with what JT Daniels can do, pushing the ball downfield, we'll definitely see Jackson more and more make these type of plays here. Let's watch this angle here so we can kind of view in on the catch. I think it's a good job here and just kind of good ability to play the ball right here. Good catch there. So we got a touchdown here thrown to Kearis Jackson. And again, it's wide open receiver. Not really sure what Tennessee's defense is doing there, but a good example of holding on to the ball after taking a hit. Oop, I went a little too far deep here. Right? And imagine if the ball is thrown now to him, he's able to probably get upfield without even being touched. Wide open here. Again, Daniels is great throwing down the middle of the field, which you'll see him do this year. I know this is Bennett thrown here, but good job holding on to it, knows the catch, know the hit's coming, is able to get in for a touchdown regardless there. So again, that's more so the Tennessee defense just not really playing what they're probably supposed to be playing, but it is a good example of Jackson holding on, knowing that the DB is there, and just to be able to make a catch knowing you're about to get hit. We'll watch it one more time. Again, what Tennessee's defense doing, I don't know. Touchdown there. So here we have Kearis Jackson running a deep out. That's too deep. I apologize. But still running a deep out for a first down. Nothing really crazy here. He gets wide open. It's more so Tennessee not really knowing what they're doing right. They have two defenders in the same space, able to get wide open here for a first down. Easy throw there for the Georgia quarterback. But again, I think we'll see Jackson more and more this year. And JT Daniels, I think, is really going to be able to use him as almost a kind of possession type receiver here. We'll watch it one more time here. Does take a hit, able to hold on, but an easy catch for Jackson here. So we have Burton against press man coverage, able to get open on a dig route here. And Daniels does a good job throwing the ball over the middle of the field, and especially with a receiver like Burton getting open against man. But that's an easy throw for the Georgia quarterback here. Look at the space Burton is able to create here, making that a very easy throw for the quarterback. And then, of course, we've already talked about what he can do after the catch. Yes, he does fumble there, but the ability to get open against press man. And this angle here, watch the space that's created, which really helps the quarterback be able to make an easy, accurate throw. And when you have a quarterback like Daniels that can hit the guy in stride, look at that space right here. That's an easy, wide open throw. Daniels is going to be able to hit him in stride, and he's going to be able to get upfield. This ball, he's got to come back to the ball and wait for it, but still a good catch, ability to create an easy throwing lane for JT Daniels. So here's a touchdown from Burton here, beating man coverage, and this DB is the one that ends up taking him. It's going to be man coverage, but he'll have kind of outside technique here. We'll see, he takes him. He's able to get open. So good job beating man here by Burton and creating an open throwing line. The DB is about 2 yards off of Burton behind him in that slant route. So again, making an easy throw for the quarterback, especially when the DB is up close off the line of scrimmage. Kind of see from here. Yeah, there was space right there. Good catch, helping the quarterback make an easy throw. So here we got Burton bottom of the screen. It's going to be just a quick, slow screen. Not a ton of screen, but just a quick screen here. And again, a good example of what Burton can do with ball in space, getting the ball to him quickly. Yeah, actually a little tunnel screen action here. Makes the guy miss, gets upfield. So again, the ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage and is able to get 11 yards here. Looks great for the quarterback stats and something that will help the offense and JT Daniels just in general. If you can make a quick, easy pass that leads to a first down, definitely something that will help the quarterback get in rhythm, and of course is going to open up the deep shots as well. We'll watch this real quick. But again, just the versatility Burton brings and the ability to make defenders miss is something that will help JT Daniels over the course of the season. So here's Burton lined up here. You're going to see him come in motion, and it's basically it is a run play for him, but it's a good example of his ability with the ball and space here, which will help JT Daniels. And if you can complete a small, quick pass, and he's able to get the ball in space, he's able to make a lot of good things happen. Good blocking downfield, but a good example of his ability to make plays happen in space is getting the ball in space. I envision some kind of quick passes to him, and just the ability to put him in a position to succeed here. Definitely going to help JT Daniels. We'll watch it from this angle here. Again, nothing really flashy here. Just a good example of the versatility that Burton does bring as a wide receiver. So yes, I know there are several guys I did not talk about, but for the sake of the video, we can't talk about each guy that's going to contribute. I just want to talk about two of his main receivers and kind of show examples of them beating guys in press man, off man, and then what they can do with the ball in space. And I think their running backs can really make a difference this year. Catch the ball out of the backfield, setting up their running backs in a position where it puts the defense in a kind of suboptimal position and kind of just gets a favorable mismatch for Georgia, which is going to help JT Daniels. But I think he can really take the next step this year with Daniels' ability to spread the ball, to open up the field, and then with the guys he has to throw to, Daniels could have a really good year and be one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on JT Daniels? Can he break out this year in 2021? How do you think he'll do against Clemson in week 1? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on our next quarterback-related video.